Do you do meditation or perhaps yoga? Having an incense cone might be a good idea, even if you don't do yoga or meditation. If you simply want your room to have a pungent aromatic fragrance, incense cones are for you. It is crafted from a combination of essential oils and powder, which provides the aroma that you truly want. Incense cones with the hole underneath are also known as backflow incense cones, are mostly used for backflow incense burners. However, some people have a little trouble with how to light their incense cones, for it is pretty difficult to stay lit and it produces a lot of heat. It's important to learn the right steps on how to light incense cones to ensure safety and to avoid stress. No worries. In this video, we'll teach you step by step on how to light, use and put out your incense cones. Incense Waterfall Instructions. 1. Hold the incense cone using a heat-proof container. Look for a container. Make sure that it's heat-proof, such as a ceramic bowl or an ashtray. This is because the incense cone will produce a lot of heat and it's important to start off using safe materials. Put and spread a 1 cm layer of sand on the bottom of your container to disseminate the heat. Remember to make sure that you put your container far from flammable objects, such as paper or curtains. 2. Make sure that the cone is pointing upwards when you place it in the container. First, set up the heatproof container that you chose, and make sure that the point is facing upwards. Also, since there is sand on the bottom, place the bottom of the cone evenly with the sand to avoid the cone falling over. 3. Light the tip of the cone using a lighter, or a match. Safely and carefully light the tip of the cone using a match or a lighter. Slowly light the top until you can slowly remove the match or lighter from the flamed cone. For safer purposes, you can light a candle first, then use it to light the tip of the cone. Remember that the flame can only appear for 5 to 10 seconds, you don't need to light more after that. 4. Wait until the tip turns on an orange glow. After around 5 to 10 seconds, the flame will disappear and the tip of the cone must give away an orange glow. This means that the incense is already on. If the supposed to be orange glow turns to be dark after the light disappears, it's better to light it up again, until you achieve the orange glow. 5. Blow some air to the cone gently, for the flame must be completely out. You have to ensure that the flame is completely out. You shouldn't leave it with even a little flame to avoid dangerous situations. What you can do is to blow some air into the top of the cone, and make sure that the orange glow remains, and no extra flame will come up. You can also know that the flame is completely out when the orange glow starts to give off an aromatic scent. Putting out backflow incense cones. Once lit, it is difficult to put out a backflow incense cone and keep it for use at a later time. The best way to put out a cone that has not been fully burnt is to immerse it into a cup of water. Just note though that once you do this, you will have to discard the cone, it cannot be used again. Lastly, you can now enjoy your incense cone for about 10 to 20 minutes. After all the important steps that you finished, your incense cone will start doing its job in giving off a pungent fragrance in your room. You can now enjoy it for about 10 to 20 minutes while doing your yoga, meditation, or by simply wanting your room to smell amazing. The incense cone will burn down its entire cone. Don't panic if it gives off a lot of smoke. It's normal because incense cones produce more smoke than other types of incense. Summary. Incense cones are best for meditation, aromatherapy, or ceremony. Though you can also use them if you want an insect repellent. Some tips to remember are to make sure that you put out your incense cone after using it, by simply sticking its tip on the sand that was placed below it, and before you use your incense cones, store them in a place that's dry, room temperature, and away from direct sunlight. Did you learn something in this video? I hope you do, because a calming and fragrant room must also ensure safety.